Zach Lowe wants the NBA Finals to return to the 2-3-2 format.
No.
What you think, Joe? What you think, Brad?
No, that's a tough one, man. Look, because if you go in there and win on somebody's home court just like Indiana did in game 1, and you got 3 games at home, man, a lot of teams ain't coming back from that, Unc.
Right. They did that because they used to fly commercial. So they want to make sure, and it was not everybody got their own private plane. So you get 2 games, you just stay there, in the city, blah, blah, blah. And then when you pack it up, you come on back. But now with everybody got their own flight, Brad and Joe,
well, I mean, why does he want that? That doesn't make no sense to me. Because if you want all these games, you put yourself on the line, you put yourself in a position where you want those first 2 games at home.
Yeah.
And 2 at the other places home, and then it's back and forth. I'm not feeling that. Because as you said, during the 80s, it was hard because we had to fly commercial. We had to go from LA to Boston playing the Lakers at that time. I remember Jack Nicholson being in first class with us. And we just kind of hanging out, had a good time. But them flights were difficult, man. They were, Joe, they didn't want to give you no damn food. I mean, you're sitting up there. And on top of that, you have people damn smoking cigarettes right beside you. So Shannon, you don't know nothing about that. You won't.
No. But I've heard that you guys, that regular people, was regular people on your flight.
Yes, sit beside you. Sit right beside
you. Yeah.
Hey, look.
And asking, yes. Yeah, because we were coming through the airport. We'll come to the airport with no security. Here was security right here. These things right here. They put you in security. You run up on somebody out there. But there was no security, none of all this other stuff, no being protected by the NBA. No, it was a different league then. And you had to protect yourself. You had to be more of an adult. You had to really focus on what you did because I'm telling you what, the 80s, the women in the 80s, they were predators, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's the word? I'm sorry. My bad.
We good. We had breaking news today. Kevin Durant has been traded to the Rockets. The Suns traded KD to the Rockets for Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, the number 10 pick in the 2025 draft, 5 second-round picks. KD was at Fanatics Fest when someone captured the moment when KD and his agent, Rich Kleiman, found out. Let's take a look at this video, guys. So I'm not surprised by this. There's only a handful of teams that had maybe some players and the compensation. The Suns messed this up. Look, I like Matt Ishbia. I've met him several times. He's a great guy. But he gave up too much to get Kevin Durant. And he was never going to reciprocate that because he's 2 years older than when you got him. So now you're not going to be able, what you gave up to get him, you're not going to be able to get that back. We know you want him gone. He knows you want him gone, and everybody else knows you want him gone. And so, Ocho, plus Miami, they turned down Miami's package because I told you they didn't have enough to give. They didn't have anything. Jaime Jaquez, Harvick, Highsmith. What?
Hey, I have a question, though. Something you just said, right? We talk about Kevin Durant, one of the prolific scorers of all time. You said Ishbia did too much to get him.
Gave up too much to get him, yes.
But because the player he is, that's why he did what he had to do to actually get a player that magnitude. Now, the reason you got him was you hope what you put and invested into him, you hope it turned out and came to fruition. It just didn't. And normally when you buy a car off the car lot, right? And as soon as you drive it off, what does it do?
It depreciates.
Well, so you understand when you get a player of that magnitude, as great as he is, and he's older now, you're still not going to get back what you bought for him.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, Ocho, is that when you look at what you got KD and Book. Did you really need Bradley Beal? Did you really need Bradley Beal, or do I need to get depth for my bench? So now I trade more draft capital and give up more players. So now they don't have a first round pick until 2031. You do realize it's 2025, right?
Well, and that's why I think it's a good trade for Phoenix, though. If you're talking about Phoenix is going to be able to do some of these things and possibly get a pick and all this, Kevin Durant to me goes there. I think instantly to me, he makes them more viable. When I think about having to score with them young bulls he got playing with him over there, I make that trade all that. I love Kevin Durant.
I like him better in Houston than I did in Phoenix.
I agree.
You're not
because you got Şengün. You got Şengün. You got Armin Thompson. You re-signed Van Fleet. You were able to keep Jabari Smith Jr. So now, and plus the problem that Houston had, they had the second best record in the West, 52 wins, but they didn't have a guy that you can give the ball to late in the ball game and go get you a bucket. You now have that.
Yeah.
How long though, Joe? I know you ISO Joe.
Look,
get to be about 36, 37.
He's 37.
You're telling me you're gonna let, and I love KD, but you're putting him in a position where you're going to have him carry your team late to go get buckets.
I think he's gonna be. I think he's naturally gonna do that late in games. I love the fact that he's with a bunch of young cats, like some grimy young cats who gonna work hard, play hard, and he ain't gonna have to. I don't think he's gonna have to do a lot of heavy lifting, guys. They got some guys who can play over there. You know what I mean? They got some guys who are going to come into their own. Obviously, they're going to play through Şengün. And, Unc, like you said, I'm glad they kept Jabari Smith, another tall, long guy who can shoot the ball, who can post up, who can play multiple positions, and led by Van Fleet. I think they have a great team over there, and I think KD can put them over the hump. I don't think it's going to be rigorous on them as far as, him trying to carry that team. I think collectively they're going to do a great job now. Naturally, he's going to be the cream of the crop when it comes to scoring the basketball because he does it so well and it comes so easy to him.
I mean, and plus you got three guys 6'10" or better. You got 6'11". You got 6'11" KD. You got 6'11" Şengün. You got 6'10" Jabari Parker. You got Armin Thompson at 6'7". You got Van Fleet that can run the. I like this. Like I said, I like KD here more than I liked him in Phoenix because all you had was offense. They didn't have rebounding. They didn't have rim protecting. They didn't have great depth. Because think about what you gave up to get him. You gave up your best defender in Mikal Bridges. You gave up a young Cam Johnson. You gave up, 3 first-round draft picks. That's an awful lot to give up for a guy. And now you go trade for Bradley Beal, which weakens you even more as far as draft compensation and depth for your bench. These teams that played in the NBA Finals, what do they have? Depth. Now, they might not be as good as the big three for Phoenix, but Phoenix had once you got Book and KD out of the game. Now,
hey, look, my question is, what is Phoenix going to look like with Devin Booker, Jalen Green, and Bradley Beal? I mean, them three are pretty much the same guy. You know what I mean?
I said that when they got Beal.
Watch out, Joe. One of the things could happen, and I've been hearing this, that there might be a possibility of Boston making moves. What's going to happen? Are you going to keep Porzingis here? You have a big hole over there in Phoenix right now. Can you go out and get one of those guys for Boston and get that pick or want to give that pick up for maybe Porzingis to put him in that position? You know, Joe, that once you get traded to a team, doesn't necessarily mean you need to stop changing. Your bags don't need to be unpacked. You need to keep that bag back because you might be moving on in the new NBA.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Rockets fans don't seem to be happy with the KD trade. One tweeted, "It happened. Today was my last day as a Rocket fan. I wish the worst and the absolute worst on this franchise. Trading a 23-year-old superstar for a washed 40-year-old and genuinely the worst thing you could ever do. I hope KD retires next season and that the franchise completely crumbles." Damn. KD also spoke to Kay Adams today and said Phoenix wanted him gone. Let's take a listen to what KD had to say.
Last one for you. A lot of heartbroken Suns fans right now. What would you like to say? That's not true. No, literally, heartbroken Suns fan. Right over there. What?
I just felt like, they wanted me to go. So it's like, I'm glad we both, they got what they wanted, got what I wanted. So we can move on, and good luck to them going forward. And I always remember my time there, but we on something else.
Hey, I don't see nothing wrong with what he said because it It wasn't
No.
him who came to them asking and looking for a trade. He found out they were trying to trade him. So as athletes, we know it's basically saying you don't want us, okay. It's somebody out there who will take me. It's somebody else out there who do want me. And he was able to give him a few teams that he wanted to go play with. So give the Suns credit for even trading him to Houston, Texas, because that was one of the stops that he wanted to go.
Yeah. What he knew, the Suns, the Rockets, the Spurs, the Rockets, the Spurs, Brooklyn were really the handful of teams that had the draft capital to go get him. So he had no choice. I mean, he couldn't go to Miami because Miami don't have anything to offer for him.
Yeah.
Your two best players are untouchable, Tyler Hero and Bam. And you see the package, Jaime Jaquez Jr., Havich, Highsmith. They's like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Dudes, what did we think then? Because they had to make that move. You know how bad they were offensively and defense. And the only person other than Book that you're going to get anything for on that team was KD. Right. So in his case, they had to make that move. They had to go out and say, dude, you can go on. And here's the thing that me and Joe love about this. Joe, where'd they go? Oh, I know. To a damn state that they ain't got no damn state income tax. How about that? How about that?
There was a back and forth. Boogie Cousins a few days ago regarding the report the Suns had multiple fistfights in the locker room. Kevin Durant says, I have to contest this 94-footer. This some bull jive to throw on us. Yeah. We were trash this year, ha, ha, ha. But we never got close to this. Never. The Phoenix Suns reportedly had multiple fistfights in the locker room per Boogie Cousins. The Boogie says, the source was one of your teammates, Killer. I ain't referring to you. Save that ish for the other homies.
Hey, anytime, Unc, Joe, Bread, anytime something like that get out, it always come from one of the players. It always come from the locker room. Always. That's the only time. I hate when stuff like that happen too, man. I hate when dudes be chatty patty. When something goes on in the locker room, it's supposed to stay right there. It's supposed to stay right there.
Cause guys be pillow talking.
and okay, fist fight, man. Everybody fight. Who don't fight? It happens. Unc, in training camp, did y'all fight in training camp?
Yep.
It happens all
Whatever
the time.
happened in the locker room, it stayed in the locker room. If you didn't cap, if they didn't capture,
no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't, Shannon. It doesn't stay.
No, I'm saying I know you
didn't. But here's what happened: as you're saying right now, it's pillow talk. You go tell your wife something. You go tell your girlfriend. Yep. So, you know how those stories go. You tell her, she tells somebody else, and then it's gone in the woods. So a lot of times what we have in the NBA are wives and girlfriends, and now it's moms who have a lot of shit going on because of they have a lot of power now, Joe. It's not like back in the day. Back in the day, girlfriends were quiet. They didn't say nothing about no damn basketball. They talk about everything else, but not about basketball. Now they think they're playing the damn game. Damn. I'm like, really? You don't play? I didn't see you on the other side setting the pick doing anything, did I? I didn't.
Reports say the Suns will look to reroute Jalen Green to another team. I can see that. That makes sense. I need a draft, huh?
Hold on, I'm tripping. Now you trade KD for Jalen Green. Now you want to ship Jalen Green somewhere else, and then I see reports that they also about a buyout with Bradley Beal. What the hell going on?
Cause Ocho, Bradley Beal and LeBron are one of the two players that have no trade.
They have no trade.
So you can't move Bradley Beal where he doesn't want to go. So the best thing is like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and bite this bullet. Get up off this and move in a different direction.
So how would Bradley Beal look down here in Miami since he is a prolific scorer? He is a scorer.
He's going to get 80-90% of his money. He can look good wherever he chooses to go.
Come on, hey. Let me take.
Man, they're trying to get people in Miami.
Hey, well, listen, we could use a score like that. Now look at what he did on the Wizards, and look what happened. It's too many people touching the goddamn ball.
It don't take nothing to be a good scorer on a bad team.
Ooh.
You talk about the Heat?
No, I'm saying
with
it
the
don't
Wizards.
take anything. Brad, you know this.
Oh, you talking
On a
about
bad
with the Wizards?
team, it don't take much to be a top-notch scorer. Because who cares? You getting your eyes beat out anyway, so don't nobody care.
That's the one where they'll say, I said that one time to Coach Pitino one time. I was talking about Paul and I was talking about Antoine, and that's when they were beating the hell out of the damn Celtics. And I was one of the reporters. I said, so Paul and Antoine, they got their numbers tonight, Coach. And he turned to me. I was as embarrassed as I've ever been. He turned to me. He said, numbers are for losers. I don't give a shit about them scoring no baskets at all. So you're right. In the NBA, on a bad team, you can look really good scoring the basketball because you're the only thing they have. But when you plug that into a good team, do you get wins because of that? And you can see what happened with Bradley Beal. He leaves Washington and goes to everybody said, oh, they're going to be in. They're going to be in because he didn't score. He goes now to Phoenix, and he ain't shooting that way no more. He ain't getting them. He ain't getting what you say, Joe, back in the. He getting touches like that. Nah.
He gonna get something now.
Because you don't get to take all them bad shots. You don't get to come down and say, you know what, I'm going to get me 25, 30 shots a night, no matter what. On a good team with other good players, it's not like that, especially when you have multiple good players on said teams. Now, maybe if he goes, if it could be a situation like OKC, J-Dubs and Shai going to get the lion's share of the shots. Like tonight, Shai was 8 of 27, J-Dub was 7 of 20. Now, they got 47 of the 87 shots. Two guys took over half the shots, okay? But now you put Bradley Beal, you put it with KD and Book, ain't enough bad shots to go around.
Yeah.
They're going to be looking at you crazy. You come down taking bad shots, some of the bad shots that you were able to take and get away with when you were with the Wizards.
I agree. When you're playing with other great players, man, you have to try to find a way to be efficient. I'll take y'all guys back to 2005, 2004 when I was playing with the Phoenix Suns. Nash was an MVP. You had Mark Stoudemire was a premier all-star. Sean Marion was a premier all-star. And as your fourth option, which was me, I wanted to be efficient. I shot 48% from the three, and every time I took a shot, I wanted to make it count because I knew I wasn't gonna get many of them. You know what I mean? So I wanted to make it possible. I did. I knew. Listen, I knew the ones that I did get, Brad. I had to be
damn it, you better make it
inefficient. You hear me? So I did what I had to do that year, and I only got a chance to play on that with them guys. Were Nash for 1 year, and I thought we had a special team, but unfortunately, we got some new ownership that came in and thought otherwise.
But Joe, that made it possible for you to go to another team, though, because you had highlighted what you were able to do on that particular team with not a lot of shots, and I think that's why you were able to go someplace else, and all of a sudden, you get the ISO Joe thing.
But look, it goes back to what Unc said. Hell, when I got to Atlanta, my first couple of years, I'm averaging 20, 25, 26 a game. But hell, that's empty calorie because we getting the nosebleed beat up out of
Hey Joe, when you was in Phoenix, Stoudemire with the 5?
Yeah, man, he was way before his time, Ocho. The boy was so raw when he came. He came in straight out of high school.
Yeah.
He came in, man, I'm talking about just running through cats. He was going through you. It wasn't no around you. He was going through you. I'm talking about I seen him go head to head with Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Chris Webber. I'm talking about the elites. Man, that boy was special, man. He was special.
Oh.
That's your partner. That's Lake Wales. That's all he holler about is Lake Wales. Florida. Lake Wales, Florida. Ain't it Lake Wales, Florida?
Oh. Yeah, that must be. You mean Lakeland? Lakeland or Lake Wales?
Because he always holler about him, Roy Jones, all them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right up the road. That's right up the road.
Ocho, how do all these damn athletes come out of damn Florida?
Oh, it's the water, baby. It ain't nothing but the water. Listen, we produce them different down here. We produce them different down
here.
The weather.
Look at the best athletes. They come out of what? Warm weather, California, Texas, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana. Look, I mean, because you got like ideal climate, and us, we like warm weather. We don't like the cold.
I like.
We like warm weather, and for the most part, you can do a lot of things a lot longer.
Yes.
So you get warm weather a lot longer, and you don't get those, those long winters and short summers. You get long summers. Yeah. But if you go back, look at basketball. Let's just take basketball, especially football. It ain't even close. All the football players from the outside, California, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida,
right,
South Carolina, stuff like that. But I think that's what it has to do. It has to do with, if you go back and look at it, look at where most of the athletes come from.
Damn, I was from North Carolina. I'm sorry. Come on.
You get a little basketball. Y'all got a few.
I guarantee you, North Carolina might have the greatest allotment of basketball players ever put together.
Outside, more than Chicago?
Oh, hell yeah. I'm taking Jordan. Jordan, where is he from? Where?
Y'all got a few. Well, it used to be New York. New York was the hotbed back in the 60s and early 70s.
Dominique, where is he from? North Carolina. Buck Williams.
Dominique, James Worthy.
Sleepy Floyd.
David Thompson.
Floyd. There's a ton of guys you don't even talk about. Bob McAdoo, one of the greatest of all time. Yeah. He's from Greensboro. I mean, there were so many great players. Like David Thompson, that people won't even talk about anymore. He was before Jordan. He was damn it. I tell you what, I was guarding one time Ocho, and I was swiveling, and I was going back and forth, and somebody said lob, and I'm guarding pretty good. And then I turned around and I looked. I tell you what, I can tell you what size shoe he wore because I was the damn ball with damn feet. That's all I can see. Shannon, he wore size 13. That's all I saw.
He can get up. According to Sports Illustrated, Rob Pelinka shouldn't see his job as secure moving forward. The report says, quote, either way, Pelinka shouldn't feel super secure in his position moving forward. He also shouldn't necessarily be looking over his shoulder. He needs to have a good offseason this summer, though.
All he got to do is do the same thing. Listen, I'm sure he hit the rumblings. He know what you need. I'm sure LeBron has said it. I'm sure Luka has said it. Get me a goddamn big so we can compete. That's it. Give me a five.
Who they gonna get?
The rest will take care of
who they gonna get?
There's a trade proposal. Bailey Bassett sees the Lakers trade away Austin Reeves for 2023 Defensive Player of the Year, Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. So the Grizzlies will receive Austin Reeves, Dalton Connect, Maxi Kleber for Jaren Jackson.
Hell no.
You said Memphis no?
Hell no. I'm not giving up Jaren Jackson. Hell no. Are you crazy as hell? For who? Jaren Jackson's a beast, man. That dude's a beast. You think I'm giving him up for what? What'd you say, them bag of nickels that you just talked about? What the hell are you talking about?
Austin Reeves, Dalton. Hey, I don't really know what Memphis is doing.
I know you're trying to stack the damn deck. Don't give me that kind of crap, man.
Hey, if they get rid of Jaren Jackson Jr., they definitely getting rid of Ja.
That Ja is gone.
Yeah, if you get rid of him, that's your cornerstone. That's your corner piece, your big man. You get rid of him, I would always want to keep him and Ja together. So if you getting rid of him, then maybe Ja is on the move somewhere.
Ja, wait a minute. Give it to me one more time. Who did you say they were going to give up? I got to get this again. I need to write this down. Who did you say?
Austin Reeves with Reeves, Dalton Connect, Maxi Kleber, the 2031 first round draft pick. Give me one more white guy,
okay? Give me one more. Where you get?
That's all we got.
I keep going.
Hey, Brad, we just emptied the roster. We just emptied our allotment.
If you're that team, you cannot take an all-star. The guys you just named, those aren't all-stars. They're pretty good players, some of them. But Dalton Connect just came here for a hot cup of coffee. I like what you talk about when you talk about Austin Reeves. He's a pretty good player, but I'm not making that deal. Hell no.
If you Memphis, you're not making it, but we don't know what Memphis got up their sleeve.
Yeah, it all depends on what is Memphis trying to do, because they just got 4 first-round draft picks for Desmond Bane.
Yeah.
So are they looking to go back? Are they looking to rebuild, start this thing all over again?
Are you trying to say this is another Paul Gasol? Is that what you're trying to say? Memphis is making another Laker? I know you smile. I can see it on your damn face.
This was there.
That's how they won That's how they won that championship with Kobe. They stole one then by making that trade. So don't give me this crap about getting a great defender like that for a bag of nickels. I'm sorry, that doesn't work for me.
But Brad, you know what Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka think of Austin Reeves. That's their diamond in the rough. They discovered him. He was an undrafted free agent, and he's turned himself every year. He's increased. He averaged 20 points a game this season. They think very, very highly of him, and they're very, very reluctant to put him in any trade.
Come on.
Excuse me, unless it gives them a bona fide guy.
Who is going to give up a bona fide guy for Austin Reeves? He's all right. I mean, I'm not down him saying he can't play, but I'm not giving an all-star up for Austin Reeves. I can't do that. You got to give me a lot more than that. And then you said Dalton.
Well, they give you a first round pick, and Dalton Connect who's another first round pick.
Bro, I can't go there like that. No, you got to give me some real players that are coming back to me if I'm Memphis. I can't. If you're Memphis right now, you're destroying your team. You're already doing this thing with Baines, and you're talking about Ja. But you got to keep one piece like that. And that Jackson dude he's too valuable to just give up for nothing.
Bread. You know, Unc over there, he rubbing his hands like this here because he knows if the Lakers get Jaren Jackson Jr., man, that can put him in elite company. He know that.
Oh, that's the reason.
We got to show enough real protection.
Man, that's the only reason he gives us this kind of crap. Where this is Ocho.
I just report the news. Brad, I report the news, Brad. That's all I'm doing.
Ain't nothing but some shit that he's giving us right now. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a backup. Yeah. And you're walking around right now in LA with some dogs, and you ain't even got one of them plastic bags shitting all over the lawn. You got to give that up. No, I ain't doing that. No, making that trip.
Hey, look at Brad. Y'all team gonna be very different next year. You know that. I know that. And it's not just gonna be because Jason Tatum is not playing. There are gonna be a lot of changes to that Celtics team.
I totally agree. I don't know. I don't think Porzingis is going to be here. I don't know if you're talking about Drew Holiday is going to be here, and because I think you're going to mash the reset button if you're the Celtics right now because you lost your best player. So
didn't Al Horford? Did my boy Al retire?
No, Al ain't number.
Man, Al gonna make money.
Al at the health club. I told him that, Joe. I said, he is a damn. He's almost 40 years old. They're paying him about $10 million a year just to stay in shape. Where he going? And Al got about 5 kids at home. Please, he ain't going nowhere.
He ready to do. Hey, Brad, man, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for joining us during the playoffs. We greatly appreciate it. Hey, come back soon, man.
I'm gonna come back soon. I enjoyed being with you guys, and I'm gonna say it on air. I want you and Ocho on my podcast, the Cedric Maxwell podcast. Okay. I'm going to holler at you because your producer didn't tell you what I wanted to say. So anyway, guys, I enjoyed it. Thank you very much for having me on.
All right, Brad.
Tell me what you think. Tell me, hey, did you get the liquor?
Got the liquor and already drank it. So we don't need to talk about that. I'm waiting now for the 84s. They come to me. I know they said they're going to send me some merchandise. Joe laid it out the bag, said, "Yo, man, I got some merchandise. I got some good merch." I'm like, "Well, damn, Joe, I was on too. I didn't get no merch."
Yeah. Hey, well, we'll get you some, Brad. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining us, and we got you. We got you covered.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. To no one's surprise, Shai was just named Finals MVP, so he's the regular season MVP, Western Conference MVP, Finals MVP, averaged 30 points. 5.5 assists, almost 2 steals a game, 1.5 block shots per game, and he's only 26 years of age.
I got a question. I'm glad you just said that. Now think about everything you just named off. He's won a ring already. He was the MVP this season. Now we talked about this for a very long time, all throughout the NBA season. You said you would take Joker of SGA.
Yeah, I still would. Yeah.
Ring, Would you take SGA?
Yeah, because Jokic got a ring too. You remember Jokic did all that?
Yeah. I know. I'm just asking. I just want to see how you felt. I want to see if your mind changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's not to take away anything from Shai.
Yes,
He's
sir.
a phenomenal player. But
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about, I mean, and you're like really splitting hairs. So you're looking at Shai, you're looking at Jokic, you're looking at Giannis. I think those are the three best players. Maybe you sprinkle in Luka something when he's healthy and going. But
Yeah.
Shai, I mean, to be 26 years of age, they brought him in. He, kind of learned under Chris Paul, and then they turned the organization over to a kid that was 23 years
did,
of
but
age.
here's the thing you should say, Shannon, when you talk to Ocho, the supporting cast. You look at the best supporting cast. At the end of the day, you can look at OKC with the supporting cast. Lou Dort looked like he should have been playing with the Cleveland Browns, the way he was knocking guys around. That big body, the way he was able to do things. The big question we're going to talk about later on, gentlemen, is this. You talk about three guys who were the MVPs when they were with the Thunder. They couldn't get it done. Harden, Westbrook, and Durant, they couldn't get it done. But now they've gone to a smaller, more effective lineup, not as big as stars, but they still won. But those three guys that you talk about, that supporting cast they had there, they should have won one or two.
Oh. They let James Harden. You remember they went to the championship. They lost to the Heat, and then the next year for $5 million, they let James Harden go to the Rockets, and that was kind of the beginning. And we're going to talk about this a little later. Every last one of those guys that started in OKC somehow found a way to get to the Rockets. It started with Harden, then Russ, and now KD. So we'll get to that a little later. But you're absolutely right, because you look at these two teams. What do they have?
Yeah.
Bench play. Their bench players play extremely well. They're a very deep team. You look at Obi Toppin, didn't play well tonight, but he normally plays well. But you got Mathurin, he gave you 24. TJ McConnell gave you 16. So that's 40 points. You got 42 points from your bench. You really can't complain like that about that. McConnell just didn't have a good game. He played well offensively, but the turnovers, he had a lot of careless turnovers tonight. He had 7. They had 21. They had 7 turnovers in the third quarter when OKC really opened up the game. I mean, because they had a 1-point lead, and now all of a sudden you start the fourth quarter and you're down 13. So you go from +1 to -13, and a large part had to do with the turnovers. You lost the turnover battle in that. They did a great job of taking care of it. And this is how OKC played. They're very active with their hands, especially at home. That crowd is raucous, and you just got careless with the basketball. OKC this season, #1 in net rating, #2 all time, 1st in defensive rating, 3rd in offensive rating, 2nd youngest championship team in NBA history, only behind the 1977 Portland Trail. Led by
you didn't mention one guy who was particularly effective in that thing, and it was really Alex Caruso. Nobody's going to talk about the bald eagle. I know, Shannon, that hurts you because there used to be a faker over there with the cap. But Alex Caruso was huge for them. Defensively, offensively, he is able to shut the door and really contain guys, and he made it extremely tough for them, especially talk about those steals. He was part of that steal thing almost every play he was.
Hey, Unc Bread, I think y'all made great points, especially about their bench. The others, they play well. Obviously, the more likely whoever bench plays well, they team win. But to me, if you look at Chet Holmgren, I think he was averaging 11 points throughout this finals run. Tonight he had 18 points, 8 rebounds, 5 blocks, and he was 6 for 8 from the field. Very efficient. So probably his best game of the fight.
Yep, I agree.
He plays well, plus Shai, and you got Williams playing well, it's hard to beat them. They just hadn't got consistent play from Chet Holmgren. You know what I mean? So if he give them 5 blocks, he giving you 18 to 22 points a night, and I think that's his next ceiling, to where he can be consistent on a night-to-night basis with these guys. That's what's gonna make him a dynasty and make him hard to beat.
But think about this.
Dynasty? Did we say
Indiana?
You say dynasty?
Yeah.
Okay, Joe.
Nah, hey, hold on. Hey, Unc, before you go, Cornbread, I mean, Joe, listen, you talk about dynasty, right? Now, after a team, the one way to have a dynasty, right, is to be able to keep your core group of guys together. Now, they just won a championship. Now, what happens when you have players that deserve and want to get paid that don't want to stay there because they know Shai's getting ready to get paid? So players are gonna leave. So how you gonna say dynasty when
I
everything
don't
change?
get that feeling from OKC and those guys. They look like a nice,
I don't
close-knit
either.
group. And I think when you win, Ocho, you have to go on the luxury tax. You know, everybody gets paid. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They're a small market, but the fact that they done won, you mean to tell me you're gonna let one of these cornerstone guys get out of here? You can't.
You know, it's good.
I
It's
don't-
good to say, Joe, but them dead presidents, they change your mind a lot of times with teams and owners. They ain't looking at they might think that, they might say that, but when you're talking about that luxury tax and you paying a guy $10 million, but now it projects out that you're paying him $30 million a year. Now teams get a chance in their mind. Sometimes they might want to pull back. I just like that when you talk about dynasties. I look at what just last year what people said about the Celtics. The Celtics are going to win the championship again with Tatum and Brown and all those players. What happened? They didn't win. This is what and the NBA loves it in the fact that you have different teams winning championships because it promotes all this just equilibrium among the teams.
The fans don't like it though. The fan, because the thing is, Brad, the fans in the NBA are different than the fans of the NFL because small market team, Pittsburgh, small market, but they got ravenous fans and they've been cheering for the Steelers for 50, 60 years. Green Bay, small market, been cheering umpteen years.
City.
The NBA don't have that. You got to go LA, you got to go New York, you got to go Boston. You got to go to these Chicago, these massive markets to get a following. Because if not, it's just regional. Because think about it. Your grandfather rooted for the Steelers. And so when he had kids and they moved away, they don't live in Pittsburgh. They're somewhere else, but they're still Steelers fans. Green Bay, they don't live in Green Bay. They're still Packer fans, though. The Cowboys, so that's how it has to be. But I think the thing is what the NBA can do, the players, the team, Ocho, that you're on, Joe and Brad, you know this.
Yeah.
I can give you that extra, I can give you that fifth year. Hey, you go somewhere else, you only go get 4. I can give you 5 fully guaranteed. Now, do you want 4 years at 160 or do you want 5 years at 200?
Shannon, you say that about small market teams in the NBA. What was Miami? Is that a small market? And let's talk about is San Antonio. Was that a small market? Those are
and they don't do no ratings.
And the ratings for those teams,
ratings were terrible. Go look at San Antonio, Brad. Look at San Antonio when they play. Look, and they had great. Look at Duncan. You had Robinson.
Ginobili.
You had Parker. You had Ginobili. It's different. NFL market, small markets versus NBA.
I give you that, but I look at Miami. Is Miami a small market?
No.
What?
No. Nah, it's not like when I'm looking at small markets, I'm looking at like Indy. I'm looking at like
people would rather go to
OKC
Tootsie's right now. And you're talking about people. Them are some of the most fair weather fans I ever saw in my life who went to the Miami game.
Here in Miami?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Those people left the game early. Ocho, they left the game early, and then when Ray Allen hit the shot, they wanted to get their ass back in the damn game.
To come back in.
Don't tell me about a damn small market and your loyalty and this heat culture. I believe what Shannon said.
But Brad, but you know how this works now. It's the same thing with LA. If you don't win, them fans not coming because there's too much to do. See, when there's only what let me ask you a question. What else are you gonna do in OKC? What else are you going to do in Indy besides go to a damn basketball game or watch the Indianapolis 500?
Sure.
So now in Miami, I got the beach. Ocho, I got South Beach. I got so much I can do. LA, Brad, you know how much is going on. So if you don't win in those markets, I ain't coming.
Yeah.
You mean, listen, the only people that will go, we talk about hardcore fans that when you win or losing, that they will die and ride by you whether you win or losing. But when it comes to Miami or with any of the big market teams, the New York, LA's, the Miami's, maybe Houston,
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago, another one. And the fans ain't coming. They're not sitting through that. They're not spending their hard-earned money, especially in this goddamn economy. You mean to tell you the economy messed up and we losing? Nah.
It says small markets, New Orleans, OKC, Milwaukee, San Antonio, Utah, Indiana, Charlotte.
Hey, does
Now,
that change? Hey, Unc, before
TV
you
markets.
go.
We talk about TV markets now.
Right, I got you. Hey, Unc, I have a question too. Also,
Yes.
right? Like where people always want to go and play, no matter what. They love to go play in Houston. They love to go play in Miami. They love to go and play in LA or play in
Yes.
New York. Does the Thunder and SGA winning the championship, does
No.
that attract suitors from the outside wanting to go play in OKC?
There's only one thing. What else am I going to do there? If I don't go, what other pro sporting event can I go to in Oklahoma City besides see the
Rodeo.
Thunder? See, in Miami, I can go. Can I go see something? Can I see football?
Yeah.
Can I see
You
the
can
Marlins?
go to the rodeo, Shannon. Go to the damn rodeo.
Okay.
The black
That's San
rodeo.
Antonio. Because remember, San Antonio have to hit the road every year, Brad, because they got the what you call them coming, the rodeo coming through.
Yeah.
Indiana. So it's like Milwaukee. What else are you going to do in Milwaukee besides go see the Bucks play? Go to the Harley Davidson Museum? So there's only, I mean, when people have families and kids, they don't just want to like, hey, babe, I'm home. What are we going to do tonight? Everything's boarded up. I mean, you got kids, they want to do stuff, and if it's cold, they can't do anything after September. They're inside.
Well, how did Pittsburgh get such a following since it's such a small market? And you talk about the NFL, but how did they do it considering that's a
Man,
what the hell are you
ain't
gonna
nothing
do
like
in damn
football
Pittsburgh
fans,
late at night? Well, what you gonna do?
Ain't nothing. Nothing.
Hey, hold on,
you got the
Brad.
Pirates, you got the Pirates, and you got the Steelers. And when the Steelers came up, think about the early 70s, they dominated.
Yeah.
And so now they're putting that imprint on you. Man, the Steelers. And so kids that had kids, they grew up Steelers fans. I grew up a Steelers fan. My mom was a Steelers fan because they always on TV. Same thing with the Raiders. Oakland small, but that's all you saw. And so once you got of age and you had kids, what do kids do? Take you to the game. Hey, they got a Cubs jersey on, or they got a Celtics jersey on, and so it just passes down. I like it. Look, Brad, you said the NBA like this, but we haven't seen anything like this. 7 consecutive different champs.
Well,
We haven't seen anything like this,
how were the
Brad.
ratings for this particular series? No, they weren't.
Love Island got better ratings. I'm gonna keep it a stack with y'all, man. I'm just saying. Hey, it was a good series. Hey, chat, don't get upset with the chat, but I'm just saying.
Love Island.
Brad, that really happened. Let me give you a stat right here. J-Dub this season, he was an all-star, all defense, all NBA, and he's a champion. He's the youngest player since Kobe Bryant to achieve all 4 of those in the same season. This is what Scottie Pippen said about Jalen Williams. I don't even want to put a cap on him and say that he's going to be me. I see him being greater, if I can say that, just because where the game is today. They have offensive freedom. We didn't have that. We mostly ran out of a system. These guys have the freedom to shoot the 3 balls and do things of that nature. Players are playing in today's game have a chance to be better than players in the past because of the ability to shoot the ball. Wow, somebody said it. Oh, never mind. But anyway, if this kid continues to shoot the 3 ball the way he shoots, I'm going to sit here and say and argue with nobody and say he can compare to us, because you can't. He wins.
I don't.
Brad, go ahead, Joe. Let
Joe.
Joe chime in first. Then you go, Brad, and then Ocho. I want to hear what you got to say. Joe, you muted.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah,
I agree
there you
with
go.
Pippen saying, because back in his day, they played with 2 traditional bigs. And now, now in today's game, especially OKC, they don't have nobody posting up seriously. Those guys are pick and pop guys, and J-Dub and Shai, they kind of get free will as opposed to when they shoot, how they want to shoot, so they can give it to you however they want. I think the game is a lot more wide open now, and yes, they do have a lot more freedom than guys had back when Scottie was playing.
Joe, I think the game is tailor-made for you right now because it is an ISO game. It is a one-on-one game. And if you are a guy who can put the ball on the floor, you can score from the outside, it's almost impossible to stop you.
Yeah.
During the time that I played, when we had McHale, Parrish, myself, Bird, we were post-up guys. And we stayed right on that block.
Yep.
So we weren't trying to trick you. We were just gonna beat the hell out of you in the damn post. That has gone away. That nobody does that anymore, Shannon.
Nah, ain't nobody
post
posting
area anymore. It's a dead game. So because of that, the game has changed so much in a way. And Scotty, I appreciate Scotty giving up like that. But I tell you what I like to see, and this is Joe and Ocho, and I would love to see what would happen if he'd been playing during the 80s when guys were throwing his ass to the ground. Now it wasn't all this he getting you up in the air, faking you, doing all this stuff. Do you know how Detroit played like that? Detroit used to play 2 fouls. One guy would hit you, and once that gave the other guy free. You know it, Joe. That gave the other guy freedom to knock the hell out of him.
Yeah.
So it would take another special guy. And I'm not taking away from what Shai does. I'm really not. But I'd like to see what he do with hand checking, Joe, the era you played in. Yeah. I'd like to see what he would do right now when it came to hard foul. Then you see some of these fouls they call today. The guy said flagrant foul when the guy brushed him and hit him. And during my particular era, they would have laughed at your ass. Like, wait a minute, no, bro, you ain't bleeding when your eyes say now, Ocho, if you ain't missing a tooth or nothing, you won't bleed from the nose. They won't call on that. So I would love to know how Shai, I'm not taking away anything from him, no hatred at all, but I'd love to see how he played during a physical game the way it was played during that time.
Hey, I like what Pippen said, Joe and Brad. I like what he said, but the funny thing about it is there are certain players, regardless of era, based on skill set and DNA and what they bring to the table in that specific era, where regardless of what era you put certain individuals in, they're going to succeed, regardless of how the game is played, whether it's in the 80s, whether it's in the 90s, whether it's in the 2000s, or whether it's now. A player like SGA, he will thrive. He will still thrive and just adapt to the circumstance and the environment and the style of play in which they played if he was in the 80s or in the 90s when they were a lot more physical. The same thing goes for Pippen. It's hard to compare eras, Unc. You really can't do it. You can't compare era, Unc, when you play football.
The rule changes. The rule change.
Exactly. The rule changes, obviously. You think about the game of basketball, right? Everything is ISO now. Back then, the Jordan era, the Pippen era, they played with 2 bigs. Unc, back in your day, Unc, goddamn, look at the yards you got. You got a goddamn Jack, you got a bust in the Hall of Fame in goddamn Canton, right? And you played during the running game era.
Yep.
Imagine if you play right now, you in your prime, and they throwing the ball 20 million times every goddamn game.
You laughing, Shannon, you laughing like you about to get them paid or something right now.
Hey, I see them guys making tight ends making $17, $18 million a year. I do see that. Hey, I mean, just goes to show you just how well the Thunder play defense. Indiana shot the ball better from the field, better from the three-point line, better from the free throw line, and they out-rebounded them. But they had one glaring stat. They tripled them up in turnovers, 21-7. That is the difference in the ball.
Turnovers will kill you in any game you play. And I don't care what sport it is. You play football, you turn that ball over. You play basketball, you turn it over, and it's going to be a recipe for you to lose because those are wasted opportunities. A lot of people laughed when they talked about the Celtics shooting the threes. And I talked to Joe Mazzulla about this. He said, Max, I'd rather for him to shoot the three than turn the damn ball over because therefore you wouldn't get a shot opportunity. And I'm like, damn, that does make sense, though. At least you shoot it. You get an opportunity to go in. But when you turn the ball over in a live situation, your defense is lopsided going back the other way, and it just kills you. And you can see it hurt Indiana all day long. TJ McConnell, who's a smart player, Joe, they surprised me when he crossed the court that time at half court, and he got double.
And he punched the ball out. Yeah, I know they're playing exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, but you're smarter than that. You ain't as a point guard, you ain't supposed to cross that line.
And he kept getting pinned on the sideline. He kept getting pinned in the corner. He's only so tall, so when they come with a double team, he's not getting out of that because he can't.
Hey, look, you had to know that he was gonna make some mistake, guys. They asked an awful lot of him, when he went down. So he ain't accustomed to play. Since the first quarter, Tyrese went down the first quarter, and now TJ had to step in and be the guy.
Against the starters. He ain't going against their backups now. Now he's going against J-Dub. He's going against Dort. He's in there with the trees with Chet. So it's you're asking him to be TJ, but I need more of that from you, and I need you to give it to me against their ones.
Joe, let me ask you this, Joe. What happened to some of them players you used to play with when you were playing on your team, and they be talking all that shit, and then they get in the game. It'd be a real game. You go, man, what happened?
Hey, listen.
Oh, well, that damn pressure's too much for you.
Hey, look, Bread, Unc, Ocho, let me tell y'all something. When I was in college, man, I'm telling you, when I first got to campus, I wanted to play in the hype. That's where everybody used to play at. And I had dudes on my team, bro, who averaged 2 points, 3 points a game, who in the hype looking like Jordan. You hear me? But once that popcorn go to popping, them lights come on, I'm like, damn, what happened? Yeah, it ain't the same no more. It ain't the same. When them lights come on, that popcorn go to popping.
Ocho said the right thing. It's DNA based. It is for some people, and it's showing for some other people. Because when them damn big lights come on, and they damn put a little bit more butter on the damn popcorn, some of these people gonna fold like a damn cheap chair. That's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
It's funny that y'all say that because my freshman, we had a guy there with roommates. And one of the guys was a starter wide receiver. His roommate go tell the coach, he's like, Coach, if you gave me some run, I can catch just as good as my roommate. I can catch just as good as this guy. Sure enough, coach put him in the game, dropped everything he threw him. Coach, after the game, he say, son, you came to my office and tell me you better than Barney. We put you in the game. Now, he put him on blast. Your roommate, I'm better than him. You done told the coach I'm better than my roommate. Yeah. He put you in the game. You lay an egg, and then the coach called you out in front of everybody, and your roommate sitting there looking at you like you
should call him out. He should call him out. You go all that talking, all that damn noise. Ocho, you've seen enough of that. All them damn guys backing you up. We used to tell guys in practice sometimes, what the hell you fouling me like that? You ain't getting the damn game. You ain't gonna be playing.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I don't think people understand how difficult it is, huh? It's one thing to be playing on the park, it's one thing to be having fun recreational with your friends, but I'm talking about at the highest level, Brad, Joe, and Unc, I'm talking about at the highest level when them lights turn on, especially if you're a talker. Unc, you was a talker. Joe, if you're a talker and you gotta back it up.
You gotta back it up now.
You know, I don't think people understand how much pressure that is. And obviously when you see the finished product on a Sunday, you be like, well, damn, they make it look easy. But what you don't get to see is all the work these motherfuckers got to put in before time to even execute it on Sunday. It just look easy.
But
exactly.
But you know, but out of the four of us right now on air, three of us I know talked a lot of shit. I know Shannon did. Ocho, man. I know you did, and I know I did. But Joe didn't say nothing. Joe just played. He played the game and gave you his ass. That's what he's gonna do. But
I got to let you know.
Yeah.
Hey, let your work speak for itself. No, I will let my work speak, and I will speak. My work can't talk, but I can. I'm tearing your ass up tonight, bro.
Hey, they work. Hey, hold up, Unc. That work can say volumes now.
Not as loud as I can. Oh yeah. Terrible. You gonna be in the waiver wire line tomorrow.
I got one for you, Shannon. This was my best story. I was playing against the Lakers, and we had some of them guys over there, Larry Spriggs, and some of these guys really hadn't played that much, and they were screaming and yelling at me, and I was taking the ball out. So I was about to get the ball from the referee, and I said, "Hold up a minute." He said, "Hold up." He said, "What do you want?" I said, "Pat Riley was standing beside me." I said, "Pat, put one of them motherfuckers in down there." Pat Riley turns around going, "Hey, you go in the game." This guy comes in the game to guard me. I score about 10 quick points. And going out the game, I said, "Next time you'll sit your ass down and be quiet." I love Pat Riley for that. I loved it. I said, "Thank you, Pat. I appreciate it." All the damn talking you doing, like running your damn mouth over here. You should just be quiet and watch the damn game. You got a free ticket. Shut up.
We had 3 stars go down in the postseason with torn Achilles. Dame Lillard went down first. Jason Tatum went down next. And then Tyrese Halliburton. They all wear the number 0. Jeff Stotts tweeted, if Halliburton didn't tear his Achilles, which he did, that would be the 8th Achilles tear this season. The previous high was 5 in 14-15. That does not include Thanasis Antetokounmpo, who tore his in the offseason, or prospect Jalen Moore, who injured his in a recent pre-draft workout. Unbelievable. So, hold on. That's who Tom Haberstroh. James Wiseman and Isaiah Jackson, 2 of theirs too, right? So what is Joe, Brad, you guys played. I heard people saying, man, it's the low top shoes, But boy, with the way technology is now, ain't nobody was tearing no Achilles with them Chuck Taylors.
No.
Now they got all this technology. What's going on with the Achilles?
Joe, I think it's this, Joe. I believe the fact that these guys never rest. The guys you named, Tatum played in the Olympics last year, never had an opportunity to rest. Halliburton played in the Olympics, never had an opportunity to rest. We know what Dame does. He plays all this basketball. Because you don't rest your body, Shannon, Ocho, Joe, your damn body is going to rest you one way or the other. And it might be the Achilles. And you remember, that the Achilles is one of those things. How do you really protect it? Because you can stretch it and do it, but you can't build it up like one of these strong muscles. Sometimes it's a thing that happens.
Yeah. It's yeah, go ahead, Ocho. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna say I see a lot of comments, a lot of people talking about, people are wearing low top shoes, and I mean, listen, having a high top shoe is not going to prevent that. It's not going to prevent that. That's something that's on the interior. And listen, it just happens. It just happens. Why it happened, I'm not sure. Obviously, we know Hallie had an injury. I'm not sure if the compensation for that area caused the Achilles to rupture, but it's just unfortunate that it is happening. But I keep seeing the comments about, it's because the low had nothing to do with low top shoes. And just,
I don't believe so either.
No, absolutely not.
I don't think so.
High top shoe ain't fixing that. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think so neither. Bria, you could be right. It could be the wear and tear on these guys. But if y'all listen to Halliburton after Game 5, he said that this will probably, if this was regular season, this would be a 2-week, layoff for him. He will be out for at least 2 weeks. Yeah. And the fact that you can't get that, and you can't get that kind of rest when you have those calf injuries, man, I hate to say it, but this is the next thing that comes from it. When you look at all the guys from, Durant, whether it was Dame, they all had these calf injuries, and you playing in the postseason, you want to try to be there for your team and give them everything you got, and honestly, it just becomes too much. It just becomes too much because the game is idled at such a high level. Yeah. Playing in the finals, like, bro, like you ain't gonna get no rest on that, like, because we gonna test it every play down court, every play offensively. He trying to get to the rack, he trying to make a play. You got to push off on that. So I just think it was unfortunate for him, man. I hate it for him too, man.
But who's gonna make that call though? Who's gonna make that call for you to sit down? Because it's not gonna be the player, because your teammate, because we know,
and it's not gonna be the coach either, because I'm trying to win.
Your teammates are looking at you, halfway like, yo, man, wrap that shit up. We got to go. We got to go. So I don't know how you prevent that when it gets down to players and what they're able to do. A lot of times you said during the regular season, Joe, what would have happened? Only thing I think can happen is if you have an independent doctor that has to look at players when they have their injury. That's the only way you can sit them out and protect them, because you can't protect the player from himself in those situations, because he's going to want to go. He's going to want to go.
Let me ask you a question, Bria. Who playing for that independence? Because if the team paying for it, it ain't independent.
Wow.
If you paying for it, they keep saying, it's independent. Somebody got to pay, because he ain't doing doctors don't do pro bono work unless there are doctors or borders. They got a service. But other than that,
did that with the Bill Walton trade that happened with me and Bill Walton. I passed it. I didn't really pass the test in LA when I went there. But when Bill Walton got to Boston, Red Auerbach below the little smoke and said, Bill, you passed. His damn knee wasn't as good as your grandma's knee way back in the day. but the power of coaches, GMs at that time is so different than it is. So I don't know how you protect the player from himself right now.
Let me ask you this, guys. Is it a situation, because now guys are so specialized. Guys all they play is basketball. All they play is baseball. All they play is football. So you get so all you're doing is just stressing that. And then you got these tournaments, Joe. They play basketball year round.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I thought everything was a season. I thought football had a season. I thought basketball had a season. I thought baseball had a season. I thought track had a season. They do all this stuff year round.
And that's why us as Americans, the basketball hoopers nowadays, we're behind, because all we do is play. And the guys overseas, they teaching the game. They teaching these dudes the game at a young age versus just throwing them out there. Now, man, listen, we in a whole totally different era to where now Ocho, Bread.
Yeah.
Hey, look, if I want y'all to play on me, okay, look, I got $100 grand for y'all this summer, man. I need y'all to come play with me. That's all these people care about. They ain't trying to develop. They ain't developing these kids and teaching them really how to play the game. So therefore, as they get to the next level, whether it's college or pro, a lot of them be lost, and you don't really hear about them no more because it takes time. Because when you get to a team and you're not the man, and you have to learn how to play, and you have to learn how to start in a role, and you ain't never had to do that, oh man, you lost in the sauce.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's about as true as it gets. I hadn't thought about it, but over in Europe, the skill set that they teach early with the 3 points and the Euro step and all this, they have that down before they get here. Our players utilize one thing. It was dunking and the foot speed.
That's it.
And you can't utilize that the whole time. You have to push down the back burner. So I think you are 1,000% correct when it comes to, but it's AAU basketball. That's what's killed a lot of that. Damn kid going. I ain't never seen a damn kid in the damn 6th grade go to the damn California from North Carolina play some damn basketball. I couldn't. I couldn't go. I couldn't go across the damn street. Get to the other side of town.
Yeah. Hey, look.
Get on damn planes at 6 and 7.
Hey, when I was growing up, man, we played AAU ball. I played for the Arkansas Rockets pretty much my entire AAU season to the last year I played with the Arkansas Hawks. And these were all guys straight out of Arkansas, bro. Now you get guys, they going to be from somewhere everywhere. They probably ain't going to even know each other until they get together to get ready to play. You know what I mean? So that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, and Brad, when we were coming up, play what? Oh, you got to work in the summer. You got to buy summer clothes.
Stop it, Joe.
Hey,
Stop it.
I wanted, we were so poor, I wore summer clothes year round. Some of my brothers, some of my cousins, some of my uncles.
Hey, hold on, hold on. We were working too, man. We when I was young playing for AAU, man, we threw so many swim parties, car washes, ticket raffles. Man, we did everything to raise.
Okay,
Hey, to raise that
spaghetti
money,
dinners, you got to sell the spaghetti dinners too, Joe.
Wait a minute. Let me hold on. You and Ocho
hold on.
and Joe. I know you guys have summer. Like you have a Sunday suit now. Don't tell me that.
Oh
Everybody
had a Sunday suit.
And the pants and some suit that we could go to church in on Sunday. So we have something special.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about this trade. The Memphis Grizzlies sent Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic for KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Cole Anthony, 4 unprotected first-round picks and a pick swap. Hold on. I don't think y'all heard me, P-Bell, because I ain't get the reaction that I thought I was going to get from you. 1, 2, 3, 4 unprotected first-round picks and a pick swap.
Yeah.
I mean, when you do something are you blowing it up? Are you gonna get rid of Ja? Are you gonna get rid of Triple J? I mean, what's going on? What's going on, Joe?
Man, that's what it looked like. I'm like, man, they gave up a lot,
For Desmond Bane.
Yeah, they gave up a lot for Desmond Bane, man. But I mean, I don't know what Memphis got going on over there. I don't know what they plan on doing. Maybe they will get rid of Ja and JJ, but I'm like, why? If you do that, then what you banking on? What's gonna be your draw? You know what I mean, P-Bev? You get rid of them too.
Yeah. I look at it like this, right? If I'm GM, I'm looking at it like, if I wanted to start a team, right? Obviously, I'm gonna pick the guy that I want to start the team with. I'm gonna pick a 5-man. But if there's anybody else that you need as like a shooter, a glue guy, a guy that can just get you points from nowhere, I honestly think he's an upgrade from Caldwell Pope, if we're being honest.
It's Desmond Bane.
Yeah, if we're being honest, he's done it in the regular season. He's done it on the
Oh, you say he's an upgrade over KCP?
Also.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
He is.
Yeah.
Right. And I think Memphis also needed a guard who can bring up the ball, who can go get his own bucket. I like that in Cole Anthony. They also needed some locker room presence. I like that from KCP, right? I don't like the picks, right? But it's been so up and down in the NBA. Luka Doncic gets up 1 first round, a guy gets 3 first rounds. So you just don't know the scale of how they negotiate with the picks.
And you see Rudy Gobert go for 4 first-round picks.
Yeah.
But
right.
see,
So we just don't know.
Go ahead, Pat. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just hard for us to know like what's actually been said in those conversations. So like we can look at it like, man, what the hell? What's wrong with y'all? How y'all giving up that much, right? To the naked eye. But I don't know. It might have been the deals in place before. We don't know if it's, it's so much with this business that you really.
But I thought Scottie Pippen Jr. played well for Memphis last year. When Ja was down, I thought he played well, P-Bell.
Yeah, I think you keep him and you get Cole.
Yeah,
also, right. I don't think you can as many ball handlers and playmakers you can have. I think that's a good look. I think Luke Kennard is up for contract. I think he's free agent. Right. So, I mean, that's an open position that's, it's telling you they might not want to bring Luke Kennard back. So, I think I like it with the presence with KCP, a winner who's done it before, someone that can be in Ja. I like Jaren Jackson, JJ, and Ja still together. So we just I like eating. You know what I'm saying? We just have to see how it goes.
I mean, I'm looking at this. I'm like, what message? I don't think they got better. I don't think they got better with this trade. I don't think Memphis, they're still 9th seed. They for the play-in. With the move they made today, they're still in the play-in.
Yeah.
I don't look at them and say, okay, with this move right here, now they're top 5, top 4 seed. I don't look at it like that. You think they're top 4, top 5 seed right now, P-Bell?
No, you got to think this is the same team that fired Taylor Jenkins. So you got to come in thinking that sometimes maybe they don't think the right way at all. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand, like, oh man, this is the same organization that fired a phenomenal coach. You feel me? They've been in the headlines with Ja Morant and this. They've been in the headlines more than the Hollywood team. The Memphis. You was there.
Unfortunately, I was there, P. But
yeah, I mean,
as a matter of fact, you was on the team. Yeah, you were there too.
I texted her and say, Unc, you good? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm like, yeah.
You say, let that go, man. Let it go, man. They on some bull jive, them young boys, they like that. Let it go.
Let it go. So like they've been in the news more than the Hollywood team. So like, you always have to question any move they make.
Hey, look,
did you see them trading Ja and Triple J?
Man, I can't see that. I know the rumors been spreading around, but man, Ja is star power. He's box office. I think a lot. I think they putting more pressure on him to be elite, to be one of the top guys in this league. And JJ, like, you got two great pieces who work together. I don't know why you would trade that and what you would get back for it. You know what I mean? That would be comparable to what they give. So I don't see them trading him. I think they looking for Ja to take that next step and be elite in this league, be one of the top elite guards, man. That's how they're gonna be able to contend.
I think Ja's phenomenal. He just can't stay. He got to stay healthy though, Joe.
I think that's why they got them other guards. That's why you bring in Cole Anthony. You keep Scottie Pippen because of his injury history. But if you can keep him healthy, I think.
Oh, he's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal. And besides, I mean, you get rid of him. Look, there are very few big men that people ever come to see. So they come to see they come to see guards. They come to see LeBrons and Kevin Durant. They come to see Steph Curry's and James Harden and guys like that. I mean, look, Triple J is phenomenal, but people ain't gonna be lining up to see Triple J and Zach Edey. I'm sorry.
Hey, P-Ben.
Yeah, no.
This is a star-driven league, bro. You know what I mean? He got commercials, this, that, and the third. Like he
got a shoe.
Yeah, he got his own shoe.
Now he the culture. Yeah. He the culture.
Just looking for him to take that next step, man. Be a little bit more disciplined in the things that he's doing off the court. Hold himself accountable and come in and help get that franchise, back to their winning ways.
Yeah, because he the chief of the YN.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, all the YNs love him. They love him to death. Yeah, him and NBA young boy, they love them too.
They can't do no wrong. They can't do no wrong.
He got the culture. He just got.
See what they feel like is bad for the public eye. Like P. Bell said, these YNs, they loving it. You know what I mean? They love it. They love it. They love to see him act like that.
But here's the thing, bro. Do you understand how much money you cost yourself?
That's what I'm talking about.
You making big money. You get suspended for 20 games. Hey, P. Bell, man, come on now. 20 games, that's probably $3 million, $4 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you who mad. Jaren Jackson Jr.
Oh
man.
man, yeah, he calls himself $100 million. He made one of them all NBA.
You know what they say? They talking about your homie cost them all that money, LeBron James.
How?
They say if LeBron don't get that position, they say that's for sure JJJ spot, and he get that 350.
But here's the thing: does anybody think Triple J outplayed LeBron this year?
No, not even close. Not even.
But
close.
See, that's the thing.
But in my mind, I'm thinking like, man, they gonna gave it to LeBron for 20 years. At least give me, So I feel it both ways.
And the thing is that you can't win. They said, okay, we want this. Okay, now you got writers that's going to decide how much money you actually make. Yeah. Because
ain't that why?
First team, second team, third team, first or second team, all NBA MVP.
You're right. Hey, look.
It's a cold game now. It's a cold game.
For me, man.
It used to be the players voted. But they say, man, y'all got favoritism. You got your players X, Y, and Z. So they say, you know what? Let's turn it over to the writers. They turn it over to the writers. Bro, somebody gonna be disappointed because the season that Wilt averaged 50 and 25, he didn't win the MVP. So up until 1980, players voted for the MVP.
Yeah.
They said, nah, man, y'all be buddy. Y'all be hanging out the All-Star game. Y'all cool. So you vote for your buddy. Okay, they said, I'll tell you what, we gonna take it out. Now the writers got it. Now what you want to do? Somebody got to vote. Somebody got to win MVP, P-Bell. Somebody got to be first, second team all NBA. Somebody got to be first and second team all defensive. So, and got to win these awards. So what's a way that you guys played in the league? How would you like to see that handled?
I like how it's been handled. I think that once you kind of understand, and the older you get, that basketball is a huge business, and part of basketball being a business is it's partly entertaining also, right? It's entertainment. It's fans being entertained by guys shooting threes, guys doing crazy dunks. So once I kind of found that out, and I used to steal stuff from like, okay, cool. I see Tony Allen throwing up first team. Okay, cool. Anytime I get a big stop, I'm gonna throw up first team, right? Right. That'll trigger people to be like, oh yeah, he's first team. That gets to go on. Media has to go with it, right? So I get to playing the game. Now I haven't been in the luxury to, see 350 million or get voted MVP. I haven't been in that luxury, but I know the small things I did. So ain't no telling what guys out here doing. Guys probably sending wine bottles, all type of stuff.
But here's the thing, people. But before you go, Joe, is that if Ja take care of what now they're on television more, and now people see them more.
Yeah.
See, LeBron's on the Lakers, they got 40, 42, 43 televised games. So you gonna see LeBron, you gonna see Luka, you gonna see Jason Tatum, you're gonna see a lot of these guys, but in Memphis, it's contingent. So when Ja's there and they're playing well, Memphis, we used to see Memphis, and we see Ja be a second team. We see Triple J be on all NBA selection. But when you're out of sight, look, I only got I'm following the team. A lot of these people are beat writers. Everybody's not, and all these games, everybody ain't watching everybody play. It's not like the NBA. NFL. All the games come on Sunday. You got some team playing Wednesday. They got some team playing Tuesday. They got some team Thursday. They got Friday. So I can't keep up with everything, people.
Hey, listen. Right. I think with Jaren Jackson Jr., P-Bev, for me, it's like, he hang his hat so much on offense nowadays, and I think he need to go back to being that mean defensive presence. I don't know if he can lead the league in blocks anymore with Wemby being in the NBA, but
no, he ain't gonna win that. He ain't winning that. No, he ain't winning that. Ain't nobody finna win the block title with Wemby there.
Hey, listen, but he gotta hang his hat on defense. His offensive game will come. If he let his defense fuel his offense versus just standing out there at the 3-point line, shooting a lot of threes. I know he got a nice little bag, with him offensively, but they need his defensive presence for them to be effective in that wild, wild west.
Hey, he said that. So we played him in the playoffs when I was in Minnesota, and he was in the next year. He wanted to kind of work on his offense, and his switch was, okay, if I focus all on my defense, I'm gonna end up in foul trouble a lot. He led the leagues He led the league in fouls also that year. So his thing was like, I'm gonna balance it out. I'm gonna go a little bit more offense. Just to, I ain't gonna put all my energy on defense. I'm gonna put a little bit more of my energy on offense to kind of balance it out. Because when he was all defense, he was fouling. That man was fouling out every game.
But the problem that he's gonna have is that they've made the All NBA team positionless. So now you might have 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 forwards or threes or guards. So it's not like we got to have a 5, a 4, a 3, a 2, and a 1. So because you look at the second team, I mean, you look at like, damn. And so now you really ain't have, but Jokic was the only center. Yeah. And there was no Joel Embiid. Because when Joel Embiid come back healthy, he getting one of them spots.
But he ain't never gonna play enough games to get no spot. That's a wrap.
You might be right. So you gotta play 65. They're putting the onus on a lot of people.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying for me, it's like I feel like it's kind of easy for him to crack in there because a lot of these top guys, they're not gonna play enough games to even be qualified for any of these awards. You know what I mean? So if he can keep himself healthy, I say a solid 22, 23 a game with about 12 rebounds, a couple blocks, man, that'll put you right there. Third, second.
Hey, be a 19-11 guy with 3 blocks, with 2.5 blocks. That's the best you could do. Because if you put 20 points, 22 points a game, that takes too much away from his defense.
You just gave away Bangs. How much Bangs average? He averaged 20-something, right?
Yeah, Bangs averaged about 19, 20.
KCP and them other guys coming
Cole Anthony.
They not gonna be putting up points like that. Now they're gonna have some games where they're gonna be lights out, but for the most part, I'm saying to be consistent. He has to be consistent on a night-to-night basis. That's basically what they're gonna be looking at.
Hey, you gotta work. Hey, got to tighten them handles up, P-Bev. You got to be able to put that thing on the floor and get to that spot.
Man, he better get his ass to the block, left block, right block.
Man, look here.
100 left hooks, 100 right hooks. They don't put no.
Because hey, look, how many bigs we got in the league, Unc, who can chat?
They ain't really none.
It ain't about 4, 5 of them.
When you talk about true, I'm talking about like a Jokic and an Embiid. Yeah. I mean, theoretically, they list Giannis as a big and LeBron and JT and all that, but Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. But when you really look at it, talking about like big bigs that play big, I mean, Triple J right now.
That's what I'm saying.
AD.
Yeah.
Now AD healthy. Hey, when AD healthy, so you got Jokic, you got Embiid, you got AD, you got Giannis. So that's 4. That's 4 fours, right? The 5 fours and 5.
You could take Giannis. Giannis done made first team the last 8 years. You could go ahead and take him off there. He gonna be on there. He definitely gonna be on there. He gonna be on there.
And Jokic, it's gonna be hard for somebody to unseat him because he's gonna have a damn near average a triple double.
His team got to win. Yeah, his team got to win.
That's it.
Yep. They have to win. That's it. They got to win.
Did the Bane trade expose how badly the Mavericks botched the Luka deal? The Lakers gave up 1 first-round pick for Luka. The Mavericks gave up 4 first-round picks and a pick swap.
Oh. P-Bell, they got AD in return. AD ain't no slouch,
Okay.
He ain't no slouch. He can play. Like, he an all-star caliber guy. If he can stay healthy. Like,
but they treated Desmond Bane like he's an all-star with 4 first-round picks, unprotected. Normally, P-Bell, you like, okay, they got some protection. Okay, top 5 protected. They like, nah, ain't nothing protected. We all out. Everything out.
Right.
And a pick swap. That kind of reminds you of the Clipper deal done the Pit Bill when they gave to get Shai.
I was there. Yeah, I was there for that one. Yeah, I was there. I thought, and looking back on it, I thought for a minute, like, yeah, we won this trade easy.
Hold on. Were you there with Shai?
He was my rookie. Well, y'all keep forgetting that. Why you think he a dog, huh?
So did you see? Okay, obviously he was a lottery pick, but did you think he could turn into this?
I told him the third day of training camp. I tapped Lou. Me and Lou sitting down. I tapped Lou. Hey Lou. Hey, he cold. Lou say, yeah, he different. I'm like, no, Lou. I get up from Lou. You don't hear what I'm saying. I go right to say, hey, Shay, how good you think he can be? He from the 6, so he talk different than He's like, I mean, I think I can be like really good. I'm like, no.
That's how like,
no.
that heavy ass voice.
I'm not. You a superstar. You mean like all-star? I'm like, no. Superstar, like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, you. Like, he seriously? So fast forward, I see his mom out shopping, and while we playing Toronto, and she's like, man, thank you for, telling my son that, like, you gave him that confidence. Like, after you said that, he really believed it. People always forget Shai was my rookie. Shai was my rookie. Next year he went with Chris Paul and Dennis Schroeder, respectfully. Everybody got to get their groom from somewhere else. But nah, Shai was getting that ball in the playoffs when we was playing Steph Curry. Hey man, get Steph 30. What are you doing? Why are you passing me the ball? Go get Steph 30. Kill him.
Hey, look, but when you look at it, Unc and P. Bev, certain things happening throughout guys' career, they kind of help take them to that next level. You know what I mean? Him getting traded from the Clippers, you never know how he was thinking. He may be thinking like, man, they didn't think I was good enough. So
yeah, of course.
So now,
anytime somebody get rid of you, that's what they're telling you.
So now he in the lab working hard as ever. Probably show and prove. Like, all right, I'm gonna show him. I don't know if he expected himself to reach this level, but
so
man,
quickly.
It's been special to watch. It's been special.
Nah, what like I see him the next year in layup line or something. He was like, man, that trade. I was like, yeah, man, what you think of? He's like, man, what you mean? Trade me for him? Like talking about Paul George. I'm like, yeah, like, and to be a second, third year guy, like saying that shows you how much confidence they had. But I think it happened. I think it happened later. I think it happened when they got rid of Dennis Schroeder and CP, and they put the ball all in his hands.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's when you kind of seen like that 19-point, 20-point got up to 30. Like once they like clean house and like made him the primary ball handler, everything
and build it
changed.
around him.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything changed since then. So I think that was you got to, again, Sam Presti. That's another one of Sam's brilliant moves.
And I think we both get why the Clippers had to do this. You getting Kawhi. Kawhi is basically saying, well, if y'all don't do this, I'm gonna go with the Lakers. Do y'all really want me, LeBron, and AD? And then y'all got to cut Pat Beal. That wouldn't have worked out well for y'all, man.
I know, but we only, in our mind, you got to think, we just took, the year before, we just took Golden State 6 games with Kevin Durant. So in our mind, we thinking like, man, we just need one more person. We cool, right? So they was shopping KD might come. There was thoughts that Kawhi might come. We didn't think Kawhi and Paul George should come. So for us, we looking like, oh man, we got a real chance to win a championship. And that's when, things, the bubble happened and the 3-1 happened and injuries happened. And next thing you know, Shai's the MVP and he's in a championship game up 3-2 right now.
Joe, there's still a possibility that Jason Kidd could join the Knicks per Ian Bagley. The door is not completely closed on the Knicks and Jason Kidd per people familiar with the dynamic in Dallas. Other outlets reported as recently as last week that Kidd was still a possibility and remains the case as of Monday. Teams were hanging up on the Knicks during their head coach search per Shams. Teams would just hang up. Some would say no, then hang up. In other situations, the prophetic was involved. Literally F no responses.
Hey, look, JKIDD gonna keep the door open now. Yeah.
What is it? Hold on. What is it the Knicks could offer the Mavericks?
To what? Get JKIDD?
Yeah. Y'all gonna give up OG? Y'all gonna give up Mikal Bridges? Y'all gonna give up Mitchell Robinson? I need something.
They gonna have to give up. I don't know. I don't know what they can give up. I know Dallas got that number 1 pick, and from my understanding, they holding on to that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I don't even know if this is really a job that JKIDD really wants, to be honest with you.
I think he's better in the West with Anthony Davis and Cooper Flagg and Kyrie.
That's what I'm saying. I know, it's going to take probably Kyrie a little while to come back, but I think you got enough pieces over there to keep you afloat until he get back, to somewhat of 100%. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I can't see him taking that Knicks job unless they offer him some that's kind of hard to turn down.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to put him up there with what, Spoelstra or Steve Kerr 17 million, 18, 19 million a year.
Shit, but you in New York compared to
But
being.
that's what I'm saying. That money that you get in Texas with no state income tax, man, New York costs you like 10%.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't see him. I don't see him, taking this job. And like I said, unless it's something that's kind of hard for him to turn down, I think he's kind of, developed a nice little thing there in Dallas. And I'm sure he wants to try to get the Mavericks back to the championship winning ways. You know what I mean?
Right.
With what he's got, they really got a chance.
Before we go to any other topics, we got to talk to Mr. 30 Burger. ISO Joe dropped 30 points for the Detroit Amps, 50, casually pulled down 10 boards, and reminded everyone. Look at it. Hold on. We're going to put it back up. Ooh, look, Joe hit it with that L.
Hey,
give me that.
Big body. Get to your spots, man. Hey, look, don't.
Bam.
All levels, middies, posts, 3-ball, 4-point ball, whatever you want, baby.
Damn. Joe, you about to be a 7th or 8th man in the NBA right now, huh?
Man, man, listen. Y'all think I be talking? Y'all think I just be talking? Man, I can get somebody about 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes off the bench.
How many points you give me 15, 20, Joe? 10?
I'll give you anywhere from 10 to 15. Yeah. I'll be efficient, I'm going to make plays. I'm going to play the right way. Yeah. But I'm going to tell you something now. This once a week thing, this my speed, though. Okay? I ain't going to lie to you.
Hey, that's easy on the knees and ankle, huh, Joe?
Hey, I ain't finna sit here and lie to you. You hear me? This once a week thing, hey, I can do this in my sleep.
Thank you, Detroit Amp social media team, for providing us with these cold ISO Joe highlights. Make sure y'all go follow the Amps on IG at Detroit Amps, and you get an opportunity to see ISO Joe. Who y'all play this week, Joe?
We got the 305. We got Beasley and Lance Stevenson and Mario.
Ooh, that could be a barn burner.
It's gonna be some smoke. Hey, you see them boys game? You see that first?
Hey, man, Lance getting into it with Dwight. I thought Dwight was gonna dump him, and Lance
Man,
they tried to talk Dwight out of his game, ain't it? Because Beasley stayed talking.
Because I think Dwight is so polarizing, and you look at him in stature, he's so big and strong. And to my understanding, they say he was talking a lot of junk in Las Vegas at the Combine. Talking about how he was gonna come in and destroy the league and kill this, that, and the third. So I guess some dudes took offense to it because they sure ain't let him off the hook. Boy, hey, that was WWE right there. That wasn't basketball. That wasn't no
Beasley. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah. Everything was borderline in that game. That game was so long. It was borderline. But the competitive edge, it was there. I thought they competed at a real high level, and you could tell, man, it was just such a buzz throughout the whole arena, just the entire game. Like, man, it was a good game to watch. I don't really care for all the antics and all the fighting and getting in there, because the league ain't for that, bro. Like, we on national TV, and we want it to be a great game, a great competitive game. Not necessarily guys wrestling and throwing punches. I'm cool with the trash talking and all that, but when things get borderline and when you throwing punches and we all on the floor, man, come on now.
Do you think some of the antics went over the line?
Yeah. I think due to I think both teams kind of lost their emotions, throughout the game. Meaning every time a guy scored, you seen guys in each other's face. Shit, they were down their headbutting. You know what I mean? I was like, it's just two teams that was competitive and just trying to impose their will on each other. And I just felt things kind of got a little out of hand.
You think Lance and Dwight was serious?
Yeah. I think in the midst of that game, in between the lines, they really had a real feud with each other. And you can tell everything was so physical, man. Like, let me tell y'all something. Chat, y'all understand this, man. The Big Three is probably the most physical basketball that I've been a part of.
Yeah.
Like, it's 6 guys out there, so you only got 2 other teammates who can help you. And a lot of stuff is borderline. The refs let you get away with a lot. It's far more physical than the NBA or any other, basketball league that I've ever played in. So I'll definitely give it that. Because I'm going to tell you, I ain't going to lie, I felt like I got into a fight with 10 men when I woke up on Sunday. I was like, man, like it's real physical. It's a lot of bump and grind, bruising. Like, it's tough, bro, but it's fun at the same time. I just love competing.
You ain't gonna fall for Lance antics, are you?
Nah, I'm way too intact for that. And then plus on top of that, man, when you got a lot of game, you ain't got to deal with it. You ain't got
to do all that talking. He tried to talk you out your game.
Yeah. See, and I think Dwight, what he has to understand is, it takes a while to kind of really understand the 3-on-3 game.
Right.
But just like the late, great Bill Russell said, man, this game is about buckets. You got to be able to score the basketball.
Right.
Period, point blank. We going to 50. This ain't a time restraint. Like, it ain't 10 minutes on the clock and you trying to hold the lead. The hardest part of 3-on-3, especially in the big three, is when you reach 40 points and you try to close the team out to get 50 because guys started to get a little tight. It ain't them little comfortable shots you was taking early and making, they ain't dropping no more because we done got in them legs. Now you're a little tired. You know what I mean? And you're able to get away with a little more as far as physicality and kind of wrestling a little bit. So it's a lot tougher than what people think.
Because you got to go get to 50, but you got to win by 2, right?
You got to win by 2.
Wow. So let me ask you a question, Joe. What's the secret to dealing with a trash talker? Because I'm sure there are a lot of guys in the NBA that talk about he with us, self-check, whatever the case may be. How do you deal with that? How do you compartmentalize what Joe has to do, and while all these guys are chirping to the bench is like off shot or whatever, chirping? How do you deal with that?
You got to go at their ass. You can't sit back and let them. You can't sit back and let them chirp or let them be the aggressive offensively. Man, you got to take it to them. You know what I mean? Just like anything, you got a guy who's being aggressive. Man, you got to take it to him, bro. This what type of game it's gonna be. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Yeah.
Were there a lot of trash talking in your game on Saturday?
It was a lot. Yeah, it was some trash talking, but it was mainly just good competition. You know what I mean? It wasn't like nothing overly, but you can see guys kind of get revved up after they score, after they make a big play, which is pretty typical. You know what I mean? But you just keep it moving.
But in the big three, it's not make it, take it, is it?
Nah, it ain't make it, take it. It ain't make it, take it. So,
Joe, that's the way we used to play 1-on-1, make it, take it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you don't even want them to get the ball back.
Hey, exactly.
If it was make it, take it, you probably see a lot more lopsided games. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. Because that's the whole thing. That's why you got to shoot for it. Nah, give me the ball. Nah, we shoot for it. I ain't going to give it to you.
Right. Yeah, back in the day when we played, especially one-on-ones, hey, it's make it, take it. 21, yeah, I hope y'all probably ain't going to even touch the ball.
Oh, yeah. I love 21 because it was every man for himself. And man, look here. Boy, you got the 19.
Boy, the whole squad was going to be on you.
Hey, boy, you better hit a heroic. You better hit one of them Steph Curry's because you were not going to get nothing easy.
No, sir. Hey, look, and then, at 21, you can't really call fouls. So when you got 18, 19, you trying to go for the winning bucket, they be fouling everything. Oh, no, there ain't no foul. You can't.
Exactly. Joe, do you think it was like when you first got into the league, were there more trash talking when you first got into the league or when you was leaving it?
When I first got in. See, when I first got in, came in 01, so that's kind of, right after the 90s, so you still got a lot of those guys.
So, you got KG?
Well, you got KG, Gary Payton. Gary Payton talked to the refs, and like they owed him money. You hear me? I'm talking about some of the stuff I heard GP say to refs, man, I can't even believe he didn't get texts. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like past conversation. But I'm like, wow, like anybody else, they going to tee you up quick. So you had certain guys who just had that reputation, and the refs knew it, they respected. It's almost kind of like Draymond. Draymond get away with a lot.
Absolutely.
A lot of stuff he does is borderline, but he gets away with far more than what they catch him with. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but
I think the thing with Draymond, he's like, let me go and get it out because I know they don't want to throw me out the game. So they're gonna be real. They're gonna give me a long leash before they throw me out the game. So I'm gonna push it up to the limit.
Right. And if I'm doing it every game, you ain't calling it every game. You ain't gonna call it every game. So they get him every now and then, but for the most part, he get away with a lot.
Boy, y'all got that's gonna be a good one.
It is.
Beasley. Beasley gonna be going at you, Joe.
Oh yeah. But I'm gonna be going right back. Well, I don't know what y'all think this is. Yeah. See, the thing is, people say, and Beasley is a hell of a player, man. It's like, but at the same time, you got to make him work defensively. You can't let him sit and just be comfortable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a damn good game. I'm looking forward to it.
Ooh, that thing coming.
CBS, y'all better tune in.
ISO Joe, BE's first to 50 win.
It's gonna be a good one, baby.
The Dallas Mavericks accidentally leaked plans for the #1 draft pick on their website. With the first pick, the Dallas Mavericks in the 2025 NBA draft selects
Cooper
worst
Flagg.
kept secret in America.
Right. They ain't leaked nothing. We already knew what they were doing.
Yeah, who the hell y'all think? Oh, we thought y'all was gonna take somebody else?
I honestly, I thought they was gonna probably trade that pick and then go get KD, but to my understanding, they keeping it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that would, if you wanted Giannis, I mean, I was like, okay, hey, we got #1 pick and another big. But you think about it, the Lakers, the Milwaukee, they traded Kareem, they traded Ray Allen. So trading Giannis wouldn't surprise you.
Man, you can't even. Do you know what type of team that would be with Giannis? You don't even.
Giannis.
If the Mavericks got Giannis, without Kyrie, you would still be. I think you would still be top of the Western Conference, at least top 5 with Giannis.
And so you say if Giannis went to the Mavericks and they had to give up Kyrie, so Giannis ain't AD?
Nah, I'm saying if you traded that Cooper Flagg,
okay,
Giannis, and you had Giannis and AD leading the charge until Kyrie got, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm talking about the next year or two, you could potentially win a title.
LeVar Ball continues to push the LA Clippers to quit playing and trade for LaMelo. The Clippers, bring those ball boys home. Let's go get a championship and quit messing around. All you fans who want a championship back in LA, yes, a whole new arena with the ball boys. Who ain't gonna go up there and watch that show?
Who you giving up to go get LaMelo, man?
Mm-hmm. I don't know if they're not trading James Harden for him. They're not trading Kawhi, and they're not trading Zubats. So you got Norman Powell, you got Dunn. I'm trying to. What else?
Nah, man. The Hornets ain't doing that. Not for
of course not.
Not for their young talented guy.
And I think the thing is look, it's been proven LaMelo and Lonzo can play. I don't think LeVar gonna have to get that one up. That dog ain't gonna hunt.
Oh, he's still trying to get Jello in the league?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. Jello got a whole new career now. He ain't studying that.
Yeah.
Basketball. That man trying to come up with another hot single right now.
Yeah, he's swerving on him. Whoa.
That's a wrap. Hey, look, he done found his niche.
Yeah.
Found his niche.
Yeah, to have 2 sons, I guess it'd be great. Because with the Holiday, I think it's 3 Holiday boys, right?
Yeah.
And they got them in there, but
but look, I can understand him wanting, LaMelo in LA. Obviously, that's his hometown in that new arena. He'll be box office in there, but if you the Hornets, you can't do that.
Yeah, he box office, but he's another one. Man, he got to do something with them ankles, man.
Yeah.
His ankles might be worse than Steph Curry's. And you remember how Steph had ankle problems early in his career?
Yeah. To try to keep him healthy, man, they got to try to find a way.
He might need call Steph and see what type of braces Steph be wearing, man, because Melo, man, every year there's an injury going on.
Just got to get him on that mean fitness plan.
His dad's was a workout warrior. His dad played football. Jello got a body like his dad. And you look at Lonzo and Melo, they got the thin frames. They don't have that size and that oomph like their dad had.
Yeah, but I think LaMelo can get like that wiry strength. I don't think he needs to get bigger. He just needs to get stronger. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we talked about the other night. You have to you have to enjoy lifting. You have to lift weights to be able to make it through an entire NBA season. You playing too many games on a night-to-night basis, and it wears your body down. And if you're not fueling your body, meaning lifting weights to keep your body strong, you're ultimately gonna deal with these little knick-knack injuries. That's just what it is.
All right, guys, I got good news and I got bad news. Good news is, I don't know, bad news. Guys, this is Ocho and I's last show for 3 weeks.
Oh, hell no.
We're going to take a little vacation. We hadn't taken a vacation. I hadn't taken a vacation in a while, and I need some time. Trust me. And so I'm gonna take mine. I'm gonna spend my time wisely. I'm gonna go. I got a new granddaughter, so I need to go spend some time with her and my grandson. See the kids. Just get some time away because we got a busy fall season coming up, Ocho. But we got something special for you. So we're not just gonna go dark. Starting tomorrow, right? Is it tomorrow? Starting tomorrow, TJ Houshmandzadeh and T.O.
Oh yeah.
will run Nightcap for the next 4 days.
Man, that's gonna be dope.
Oh, hell no. I'm
starting
coming
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. TJ Houshmandzadeh and T.O. will take over Club Shay Shay.
That's gonna be dope.
Nightcap, my bad. I need a vacation. But check this out. We got something coming even better the following week. The following week, ISO Joe and friends take over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a few people gonna stop by. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put it down while y'all going. Don't worry about it. Hey, just leave everything to me. Everything gonna be in good hands. Y'all we gonna have no problems. You hear me?
Yeah. I'm gonna see you that $100. I'm gonna see you that $100 too, Joe.
Right.
Ocho and I'll be back on July 13th. So Ocho, enjoy your time off, man, and enjoy time with the family, the kids. I'm going home. I'm gonna enjoy time with my family and kids, and get back and look forward to getting back. Because once we start, Ocho, hey, we get back, it's gonna be it's training camp and then preseason, and then once the season start, we don't get another break until next June. So enjoy, guys. Thank you so much, man, for being so supportive. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap. Y'all know me. I am your favorite Unc, Shannon Sharpe, my partner and co-host, Liberty City's own Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler All-Pro. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. And the third member of our team, University of Arkansas alum, Little Rock, Arkansas native. That's ISO Joe. Joe, thank you so much, man. We really, really appreciate this has been a blast. These last 2 months of having you on here, man, it's been great. Cornbread, thank you, man. We really, really appreciate you stopping by and breaking down the playoffs with us. We look forward to getting you on again soon. Guys, make sure you hit that Nightcap. Make sure you subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. Thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting Nightcap, because we can't do anything without you. It's because of you, your eyes, word of mouth, and your ears that we've been able to grow as well as we have. All these awards that Ocho and I have been able to win, and now that Joe is going to be joining the team, hopefully we win even more awards because of you. Your support, your continued support is greatly needed, and we cannot thank you enough. Please make sure you check out Shea by LaPortier. If you can't find it in a city or state near you, order it online. We'll be coming to a city or state near you, trust me. But in the meantime, you can order it online. We'll ship it directly to your door. The best tasting premium cognac on the market. Don't take my word for it. Try it for yourself. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Please go check out my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. The link is pinned in the chat. Supplies are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. So please grab yours while supplies last. We have a first-time NBA champion. Thanks to a 103-91 victory over the Indiana Pacers, the OKC Thunder, 4 games, Indiana 3, wins the NBA championship. Shea is the MVP. He was the MVP of the regular season. He was the Western Conference MVP. He was Finals MVP. And, you can't do much better than that. So congratulations to the OKC Thunder and their fans. Shea, congratulations. Guys, thank you so much. Ocho and I will see you in 3 weeks. TJ, T.O., hold it down. Joe, hold it
No,
down.
I got you, baby.
We out.
Peace out.